Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1952 Smith Corona Silent vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the left margin. This is the right margin. You just want to make sure they're in between those two paper fingers. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. And this is the paper bail that sits on top. It's got 3 adjustable rollers. And that's when you know you're dealing with a luxury Smith Corona, when it has all that support to hold the page down for the nice print. And you just want to make sure that that left margin doesn't interfere with that paper finger, and the same concept on that right side there. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch back. It skips 2. One more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. I switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it on the blue indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Absolutely beautiful. One of the best typewriters ever produced. Made in the USA at the height of Smith Corona's golden age. Print looks perfect. It has Elite typeface, which prints 12 characters per inch, versus Pica, which prints 10. So this is a little bit smaller. You can fit more words on a page with Elite. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to flip this down for now and put the color back on black. So this was the original Silent, and then they upgraded to the Silent Super, and the only main difference is that the tab function is on the keyboard. You can set and clear the tabs from the keyboard instead of manually from the back, and I'll show you how to do that. Otherwise, it's super smooth, quick, and quiet. It's not actually silent, but that was just a branding because it's a little bit quieter and less noisy than most typewriters. Everything about it is really quiet compared to most typewriters. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left to clear that. Hit the shift button again, backspace on the left side. Very good. So the manual tab set is back here. It's got these little tabs that you pull out and then you put anywhere on this rack. Right now I got them set on 10 space intervals. There's a scale on there to tell you exactly what space they're on, and when you hit the tab button, it just stops at each one of those. Very good. MR below that stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It does allow you to go all the way to the end, or until you get stuck on that paper finger. Backspace on the left side, very smooth. Open the hood. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. If you want to switch that direction, you flip the switch above the backspace here, up, and it will, sorry, I'm at the end of the margin there. It'll pull counterclockwise to the left. You flip it down, it pulls clockwise to the right, and this will automatically reverse when it gets to the end if your ribbon has eyelets, which is a little metal piece. And what that does is it just gets stuck on this thing, and then it just reverses it back around on either side until the ribbon's dry. This is your touch control. Right now it's all the way on low. The farther left you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. You do have to hit them harder for them to print, but they respond faster, so you just want to play with that to gauge what your preference is as far as touch control goes. Right side of the carriage behind the knob is the carriage release. Super smooth and quiet. And it has the nice metal ones on the newer version. It has the newer Smith Corona portables have plastic ones that break off all the time. So if you get one of those and you need a replacement, check my shop. Since they don't make them anymore, I have 3D print those. Very nice condition. This is your carriage lock. It releases the carriage and locks it in the middle. And to release it, you just push it to the right a little bit. Carriage release on the left side, super smooth. Very nice condition machine all around. If you pull out this lever at the end of the knob, it disables the spacing, so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it in, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. Same concept with this lever on the inside here. You flip that down, it disables the spacing. Flip it up, you get the clicks. And on the inside of the left side of the platen is the page gauge. You just want to load the page right below the 11. There's a little notch there. And as you're feeding the page through, it'll start to warn you when you're getting close to the end of the bottom of the page in red on the left side there, 2 inches left, 1.5, 1 inch, and that's the end of the page. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.